Yes, got him! And you can see him as well explode. And another thing as well I love about this game too is just I absolutely adore like the poster, because obviously each of the games, the poster behind it. Oh, sewer surfing! I love this level, and the music to this level as well. Plus here as well, you get to fight against the pizza eating powder puffs, as the Turtles once called them. You know, obviously the pizza monsters and stuff, which basically are xenomorphs. But going back to what I was saying earlier and stuff as well, it's just like, you know, you have all these different enemies you fight against and stuff, and it's like, my toe, my toe, my toe! Oh, so good, man. Fucking hell. They don't call it hard for nothing, you know. But also going back to what I was saying earlier about playing this game compared to Shredder's Revenge, like, it plays, like, so differently. It's like, I'm so used to playing Shredder's Revenge because I've been playing it so much, because I've got it on the PS4, PS5, Switch and stuff, that I've been going through the PS5 version and literally unlocking everything, because it's such an amazing game, and it's like, I just want to beat it and stuff and get the platinum again, because it's amazing. So yeah, because this version was very different compared to the arcade, because in the arcade version you would literally fight against the Rat King, and then you wouldn't fight against anyone at all, but actually after this you would then be sent back in time by the Shredder. But in this version you fight against the Rat King, which I thought was really cool, because then it kind of gives you a different way of basically giving you extra stuff to do and everything else as well. And got a good extra life, boy! You know, and it's just cool as well, because you're fighting against the Rat King with the amazing music happening as well too. I love this song so much. Fastest sewers in the world! And then you got the breakpoint here as well, fight against the Rat King and stuff, who's a really cool character, and everything else as well, because it's really cool as well, because basically in this version you fight against the Rat King, and then you go to the Technodrome, and then after fighting the Shredder which then they kind of reincorporated that kind of style of fight in Shredder's Revenge against Chrome Dome, that they kind of use, and then you go back in time like the Shredder afterwards, which I thought was really, really cool, because then it's like they wanted to add more to it as well, and also as well the way they use the SNES graphics too as well and everything. And then obviously in the arcade version all the different characters had different voices and stuff like and everything, where in this version they don't. And going back to the posters, because basically the posters in the game, that with each like game you have the poster what it was. So basically for this one you have the poster / game box for or the art design, whatever you want to call it, for Technodrome Let's Kick Shell, where you've got the Turtles in Time one. They do the same thing for the box for Tournament Fighters for Super Nintendo, the NES version, the Mega Drive one. So it's really cool, because then it adds different filters to it, because otherwise you'll just be a boring blank screen with just the amazing gameplay. But you can as well in the options too, you can have it so the screen's full screen, you can have it where the screen's more 4x3, and it's really cool the different effects you can add to it as well to this game too, because I'm playing it on the Cowabunga collection, which I've got physical as well as digital on both the Switch and the PS5 / PS4, where, you know, it's like you got to support the Turtles. I mean, Shredder's Revenge was one of the most successful games of 2022. I mean, with the fact of how good it was and how much it sold and everything too, and stuff, and it's just fuck, I'm being destroyed here, and it's an amazing game as well. Got the mouses as well. And it's just this music, man. This music is just amazing. I will gush about the music a lot on this game whilst playing this, to be honest, because the music is just amazing. And the fact as well, this song was actually just oh my god, I was so close to fucking pizza. And also as well, you got here these guys where you'll be fighting against the Shredder, teaching you how to obviously grab hold of them and hit them and stuff, because obviously you need to dash into them to hurt them, because normal attacks won't hurt him, because obviously you got to throw them into the Shredder and stuff. And yeah, it's just fucking awesome, man. I love it. And you've also got there the Shredder on the screen taunting you, because this was one of the levels, or the level that was created for the SNES version, because obviously this level doesn't appear at all in the SNES version. because this is where you fight against Toka and Razor. Oh, what a bitch! Master, they say have fun. Fun? Because then this is obviously incorporating Toka and Razor from the second Turtles film. Because originally in the arcade version, you fight against Toka and Razor on Bury My Shirt Wounded Knee, I believe the level's called. It's basically whatever the ship level is. I believe it's Bury My Shirt Wounded Knee, I might be wrong. And then you fight against Bebop and Rocksteady on that level instead, so they're incorporating the classic, you know, characters in it as well, which I find to be really, really cool. So there's always it's a different ways that things can do it as well, because obviously as well too you have obviously mode 7, where in the original arcade version the level we fight against Krang for the first time, which I can't remember what it's called. There's the elevator boy, it's the lift. They always have these in every single beat 'em up game. Because obviously they couldn't really do all the effects that the arcade version has, because obviously the Super Nintendo is not as powerful as the arcade, which obviously they had to do some constraints, but also at the same time add a few different things as well too. That basically they made that level more mode 7. Which is really cool, because then it kind of makes gives the game more of its own personality, because obviously they wanted to make it different compared to the arcade version and stuff. Oh, you fucking bastards. I hate roadkill Rodneys, they are dicks. Oh, glad I got that, because basically after beating all through this lift and stuff, you then fight against the Shredder, because it will literally just send you straight through. You can't it's like a continuous thing. It doesn't just stop you can't just go. You have to then fight against the Shredder. You can't just be like, I'm going to get the health first, then fight against him. You know, you have to go straight in. And you can see here as well the different colour blue soldiers as well, because these guys have got like the weird looking side-pronged things. You had the darker blue ones who had katanas like Leonardo does and everything, and you got these bastards as well, so then it's kind of teaching you how to fight them and stuff, ready for the fight against the Shredder, because obviously you have to throw them into him, because he's got like a special, because you can see that he's automatically going. It's like a sequence rather than being like, I'm going to stop, get the health and then go. But this, yeah. Tonight I dine on turtle soup, which is a very classic line from the original cartoon. And yeah, you can see here you have to run into them and then throw them into the Shredder. Have to be careful. Like that, there you go. You just run into these bastards. There we go. That's 3, that's 2. You have to make sure you're close to them as well. One thing I hate about this game is the fact that the Shredders can't... It's like, I love the way they're able to do it and stuff, make it very mode 7, but you can't really see what the hell you're doing as well, because it's kind of like... that kind of thing where it's kind of like you can't really, because the Shredder's head's in the way, you can't really see what the fuck you're doing. Rest in peace James Avery, you absolute legend, you. Yeah, because he was the guy who did the voice of the Shredder in the original cartoon, old Uncle Phil. Ah, oh, nearly. Yes, got him! So now I've just defeated the Shredder in the Technodrome, and this is where, in this version, he sends you back in time. My patience is wearing thin. I'm banishing you to a time warp, from which you will never return.